that he was just not getting the whistles, and he takes a pounding. And Phil said, well, we like to see him agitated.
Well, I think one of the things when we look at those numbers, in many instances, the pounding that he takes on the road, maybe he doesn't get the calls. At home, he's more likely to get that. That's why I said foul trouble could be so vital as we start this game. We talked about Robinson and Duncan must stay on the floor. If they go to Shaq here early, they've got to do a good job. But that man right there, David Robinson, has got to score for them. San Antonio played great defense the other night, held Kobe and Shaq to under 50 points at 47. They just couldn't put the ball in the basket.
The officials tonight, Danny Crawford, Jack Neese, and Ronnie Nunn. Only two teams in the history of the NBA have lost the first two games of a best-of-7 at home and then come from behind to win the series. The 94 Houston Rockets, the 1969 Los Angeles Lakers. That is the task in front of the San Antonio Spurs. The Lakers want to get Shaq involved early. Eric Anderson opening up defensively against Rick Fox. Kobe Bryant for three.
He has been spectacular. How about the patience and poise, though? The possession, they go in 3 times to Shaq. He doesn't like what he has. He doesn't force it, and he kicks it out for the open shot.
The Spurs need a lift from Terry Porter, only 1 of 10 from three-point land. Duncan draws the foul, a reach-in foul is called. And what has happened to San Antonio from beyond that three-point line? Best shooting three-point team in the league during the regular season. In fact, 3rd best record all time since the three-point shot was brought to the NBA, and they have been dreadful from downtown.
Well, they have not gotten great looks at the basket because the quickness of the Lakers getting to the shooters. And look what you see in the first 2 rounds, Marv, the three-point shooting. Look what they've done. Porter, 1 of 10. Antonio Daniels, 3 of 10. And that has to be there. But more importantly, I think when you add Derek Anderson, what they're hoping for is now he and Antonio Daniels together can give them some speed, maybe give them some layups. Then it will open the floor, and they'll get better three-point shots.
Opening minute, we're just underway. Bryant with the shot clock running down, moves on Daniels. Fisher gets it off, and Shaq was stripped by Anderson. Tim Duncan being played by Horace Grant. Duncan off the spin, and he's fouled again. Tim Duncan the other night on the way to a 40-point game, hit 9 for 9 from the line. And Doug, he's come a long way at the foul line after struggling for a good portion of the regular season.
Well, his concentration has been terrific. And Mark, just to talk about the Laker defense again, one of the things they do early, they don't like to double team, regardless of whether it's Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, whoever they're facing. What they want to do is see if the guy gets it going, and then late in the game go hard after him and put the pressure on shooters. That's why you've seen Duncan and some of these guys get off to great starts, and then they slow them down as the game goes on.
Well, Tim Duncan has missed his last 3 free throws after converting on the first. Duncan picking up Bryant momentarily. Now here's Shaquille with his first attack.
Now, even though that goes in, the Spurs will live with that because he has to make a shot. That's not a dunk. That's not a layup.
Lakers have a 5-1 lead. Robinson. Greg Popovich telling us yesterday that he wants David Robinson to take the open shots he was passing up the other night in Game 2. Once again, the Lakers in the half court being very patient. O'Neal to the crossover and draws the foul.
That's unfair for a man that big to be able to step out on the floor and to show this kind of footwork. Now, the previous possession, he gets the ball in the lane. Robinson does a pretty nice job of keeping him away from the basket, so he has to make a little bit of jump hook. Then the next possession, he steps out on the floor. Now, this is an all-defensive player, Tim Duncan, that he's playing against. Robinson coming over. The crossover dribble, the quickness. The Shaq is into this game early.
Foul was called on Duncan. Game 2 Monday night. O'Neal 3 for 6 from the line. He had been going well, and he has taken a dip in that department. Of the Sacramento series, only 49% from the foul line. Lakers with a 5-1 lead here in the early moments. Duncan. Robinson. And he is fouled by Fox. Fox going for the block. David Robinson will go to the line.
You see great activity by these Spurs. Normally not a good offensive rebounding team, but this is what happens. Look at all the attention. Here comes Shaq. Well, who's Shaq playing? He's playing David Robinson. Little spectating there by Rick Fox. You got to get in, get your body on him. He didn't. And Robinson will shoot 2 free throws. And this is what David needs. He needs to step up there, knock these free throws in early, get the vision of that ball going in the basket, because they need him. And, you know, Mark, maybe they could get away 2 years ago with him not being able to score against the Lakers and win. Not now. His numbers in the conference finals, not David Robinson kind of numbers. He knows that. He's put the pressure on himself. It'll be interesting to see how he responds to it tonight.
Change on that foul call. It was on Horace Grant, not Rick Fox Grant. They have seen on the replay. Got Robinson with the body, although Fox did hack Robinson. Horace picking up his second. He sits down. Robert Horry with an early check-in. And Robert Horry, a very important player for the Lakers over the first 2 games of this series.
So he can step out and shoot that 3. That brings Duncan out on the floor.
Kobe picked up on the switch by Duncan. Robinson with the rebound. See Duncan on 7 occasions running out. Anderson is blocked. Blocked by Fox. Here's Kobe putting moves on Robinson and taking all the way. What a surprise, the Spurs. And they did see Kobe 3 times this season. Robinson. And he hits the deck on the follow-through. The speed of Kobe Bryant. Shaquille gets down for it.
It's a middle lapse because Tim Duncan's running right beside him and had no vision of the basketball. The Lakers were aware, threw it right over the top of his shoulder. And an easy score for Shaq. Those are the ones you can't give him.
Lakers with a 9-5 lead. And there's no question that David Robinson has come out looking for his shot. And Robinson, 2 of 3 from the field, 6 points. Recall in game 1, he started very fast and then cooled off. In fact, since that first quarter in game 1, he has just been out of the flow.
Well, in the first 5 minutes, actually, that first quarter, Marv, he had 6 points. Since then, 7.5 quarters, only 15 points. He's off to a terrific start, but he can't let up. He's got to keep putting the pressure on Shaq, make him come away from the basket.
Terry Porter, and that's a very good sign for the San Antonio Spurs because Porter has been struggling.
Well, see what happens there with Shaq's man setting the screen. Robinson, he's hit a couple shots. Shaq stays close to him. Now Porter gets the jump shot.
The game is tied at 9. Bryant kicks it out. Fisher on fire from downtown. Fisher is now 8 from 9 in this series from 3-point land. Porter putting moves on Fisher. Daniels coming up short. Robinson again. So David Robinson has hit 3 of 4. And the Spurs trail by 1.
Well, those second shots, Spurs normally not a good offensive rebounding team because they space the floor so well. Usually only have one guy rebound.
And pass by Kobe. It's a 4-on-3. Daniels. Here's Porter for 3. And Horry with the rebound.
Looks like Terry Porter tried to guide that one rather than shoot it, Marv. That's reminiscent of Game 7 last year against Portland. The beautiful lob that he made to him that really sealed that game late, gave him a 6-point lead. They went on to win Game 7 and the championship.
Lakers up by 3. Porter getting the step, finding Duncan. Offensive foul. It's on Porter. Fisher took the hit.
Kobe Bryant, eyes up, looking ahead, surveying the floor. Great spin dribble. Finds his partner Shaq. They want to get him off to a great start, and how better to do that than give him a gimme?
Showing up, says Tim Duncan. Strong words.
Well, Tim realizes how vital he is. These two guys are inseparable. They realize how much they need each other. And even David said it the other night, when I'm off the floor, I put too much pressure on Tim. When I'm on the floor with him, I put pressure on Shaq.
David Robinson in foul trouble in game 2. Took that bad foul. Derek Fisher continues his incredible shooting from downtown. He's now 9 for 10 in this series from three-point land.
Well, he's an example of a guy who was hurt, really couldn't do anything other than shoot the ball, took full advantage of it as Robinson once again being very aggressive. Sometimes, Mark, when you're hurt, all you can do is shoot. You go in. I remember Scottie Pippen early in his career with a back surgery doing the same thing, and he became a much better shooter. The game plan there, pounded into Shaq. 4-4 now, 8 points.
Lakers now lead 19-11. I mentioned the foul trouble of David Robinson the other night. Reach-in is called on Kobe Bryant. Robinson with 2 fouls within 1 second. He said it ranked as one of the dumbest things he's ever done on a basketball court.
Well, he got the one, and he was talking to Bob Delaney, the referee, and they inbounded the ball, and all of a sudden Horace Grant cuts to the basket. It's a touch foul, and that really changed the momentum of the game.
Lakers now up 19-11. Here's Derek Anderson. Lakers have hit their last 6 shots. 5:20 remaining in this first quarter. Kobe got the start and set it up. Shaq is now 5 for 5.
Well, Tim Duncan, if he's not going to come over and block that shot, he's got to get in front of Shaq. Now, we've seen that 3 times already this quarter. Kobe is going in the air, not as a shooter, but as a passer. Somebody's got to get in front of Shaq. There's Shaquille O'Neal. When he gets it that deep, puts that body on you, it's too late. And then Kobe Bryant looking for Shaq at home. We talked about the numbers at home, how he's dominated. Here comes Robinson. Duncan has got to get inside. He doesn't. An easy layup. The Lakers by 10. Kobe is just, the game now is coming so easy to him. And I read a quote by Michael Jordan in the paper today. He said, you know what, Kobe's not chasing the game anymore. He realizes how good he is. And what praise, from a guy like Michael Jordan to talk about Kobe Bryant like that.
9-0 run for the Lakers. Duncan blocked by Ori. Danny Ferry has checked in for the first time. Ferry coming off the bench. He had been in the starting lineup. Greg Popovich going with Derek Anderson at the small forward position. Here's Fisher. Missed a 3, but kept alive by the Lakers. 4.5 remaining in this first quarter, and Shaquille O'Neal is now 6 for 6 for 12 points.
Or that's why you can't give a guy layups or dunks, because then he's more willing to take those kind of shots. We've seen him dunk the ball twice, get a couple layups, so now you go to all your repertoire. You spin, get it in the lane, get that little bump, and now kiss it off the glass. So now he's rolling. He's got great rhythm and confidence. The Spurs are going to have to try to get him under control, or he's going to have a 40-point night.
And the Lakers on a tear, 12-0 run for L.A. Daniels able to drill it. And the Lakers now lead 23-13.
Derek Anderson being out of the game early, I think that Greg Popovich realized he's got to keep his minutes down a little bit. I expect him to play better the next time he comes in.
Bryant off the spin. The crowd looking to explode at Kobe hit that shot. Avery Johnson getting set to check in for the first time. Tim Duncan very quiet here at the start. Robert Horry's done a nice job on Duncan.
Well, when I talked to Horace Grant yesterday, he said, you know what, I'm a little more physical. I bang him, and then Robert comes in, uses quickness and his extension, so we give him 2 different kind of looks out there.
Duncan 0 for 3 here at the start and 1 for 4 at the foul line. Got clock down to 5. Here's Fisher. Fisher. That's his specialty, getting to those type of rebounds right around the foul line. But the Lakers not able to take advantage. Coming up on 3 to go in this first quarter. Now Shaquille O'Neal guarding Tim Duncan. Porter hits from downtown. So Terry Porter just 1 of 10 from beyond the three-point line is able to convert.
That's a big shot. You know he's a veteran player. He's played in championship series. He knows how to make those shots, but he's got to stretch that floor for his team.
Now Bryant played by Daniels. Able to whip right by him and draws the foul.
Watch Terry Porter as he sneaks behind that three-point line. Now remember, the corner shot is the closest three-point shot, so he gets down there and gets himself a nice look at it. And again, when you get the big guys getting all that kind of coverage, that's where that three-point shooting becomes so vital. Marv, you talked about the first two games, 9 of 31. And that game, too, when you look back at that, the Spurs were in great position to win that game. They couldn't get a shot to fall. Kobe and Shaq late in that game. Derek Fisher hit some big shots. That was a tough loss for the Spurs. It looked like they were going to even that series.
Now Tim Duncan, who just picked up that foul, sending Kobe Bryant to the line, will sit down after collecting his second. Avery Johnson has checked in. Derek Anderson is back. So is Robinson up front with Ferry and Anderson. Avery Johnson, Antonio Daniels at the guards.
Little different look here. Danny Ferry is a power forward.
Ferry now played by Ori. Ferry sets the pick. Daniels trying to penetrate, had a force. San Antonio continues to have difficulty finding good shots.
What a great call there, Marv. That was a brilliant pass by Kobe away from the defensive man, and then a super catch by Shaq.
Lakers 27, Spurs 16. Ferry passed on the three and hits the two.
Now see, Ferry struggles as a three against the quickness of the Lakers. You move him over at 4. Now he's played by a bigger man. Maybe he'll get that shot off. You see the little pump fake. They need him to make some shots out there as well. That's what he did for them all season.
Minute and a half remaining. In this first quarter, Ferry call on the reach-in.
You're always taught as a young player, throw the ball away from the defensive man. David Robinson gets up on the high side. Shaq seals him. Now David makes a great recovery, but Shaq with a second effort.
Set play on the inbound. Rick Fox lobbing one for Shaquille O'Neal, who was hit by Danny Ferry, and Shaq will go to the line.
Great lob pass there to Shaq as he goes up. And you know, Mark, when you look at the free throw shooting in this series, Shaq has only taken 14 free throws going into tonight. Could this be one of those nights where maybe they throw in Malik Sealy or Chanel Scott or some of these guys and force Shaq to make some free throws?
Shaquille is now 1 for 3 from the line. Danny Ferry on the rebound. Robinson. Oh, he had a wide open Derek Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Oh, what a shot by David Robinson. I don't know if that's one of the usual repertoire. He did have to adjust. Bryant. Kobe Bryant with 9 points. Lakers lead 30-20.
The Lakers have really changed their attack playing against the Spurs. They're putting the ball in Kobe's hand, letting him penetrate, run a lot of screen rolls, and they're trusting him to make the play.
And Robinson is fouled. So both teams are now over the foul limit.
Now, David Robinson has come out and been very aggressive. He's hit some jump shot. He's taken the ball in the lane. That's sort of shades of the MVP David Robinson when he got in the lane and scored. And here's Kobe once again sort of spreading the floor, letting him use his speed and quickness. And, you know, Mark, one of the things that I've seen in this series is I think that the Spurs initially sort of underestimated how quick Kobe got to the basket. They've done a better job recently in making him some jump shots.
Standing ovation for Shaquille O'Neal, the rookie from Stanford. Mark Matson making a cameo. Phil Jackson will steal some extra time. Shaq will be able to rest between the break. between the first and second quarters. Shaquille 7 of 8 from the field, 15 points, 5 rebounds. 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And here's Kobe Bryant again, shooting without any problem over the shorter Antonio Daniels.
Well, when you know a guy can't block your shot, you've got great confidence, and he's in such a rhythm right now. They might have to do something to force him to try to pass the ball, not let him isolate.
Daniels rebounded by Ori, and the Lakers will hold for a final shot of this first quarter. And the Lakers are hearing it from this capacity crowd as Fisher works the clock down. We're down to 5. Fisher for 3. Rebound catch. 2.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Avery Johnson fires one. This is not the way Greg Popovich and the Spurs wanted to open things up. The Lakers jumping all over San Antonio.
I don't mind being down by 13, but I want to go down being aggressive. And right now, the Lakers are the most aggressive team. The Spurs have got to find something to get themselves emotionally into this game.
Lakers with their biggest lead of the night, 34-21 as the second quarter gets underway. Let's go over to Jim Gray.
All right, Marvin, between quarters, Phil Jackson told his team, guys, Shaq's back in the game. Keep giving him the ball. Every time down the court, into Shaq. Marv?
Malik Rose is fouled. Rose starting out this second quarter. Excellent advice from Coach Phil Jackson. Get the ball to Shaq. And if not, there's Kobe. So Rose to the line, fouled by Brian Shaw, who is also on the floor for the first time. Tim Duncan with Malik Rose and Derek Anderson as the big men for the Spurs, and Daniels and Johnson in the backcourt. Well, you can log on to NBA.com to make your own in-progress highlight reel of every game with my highlights. And email the NBA commentators, including the Lakers' Robert Ory, moonlighting on the side. It's all on NBA.com.
Well, we take a look at David Robinson. He can't sit long because we've seen when he has been on that bench in this series that they have really struggled. Remember, Mark, game one, they got in foul trouble, sat, and they got outscored 15-3 and never recovered in that game.
And Tim Duncan is off to the slow start. That's a 3-second violation. And this is a San Antonio team that had a terrific regular season. They finished 58-24, NBA's best overall record. Home court advantage throughout the playoffs. They finished the season winning 21 of their last 26 games. Avery Johnson off. Here's Tim Duncan, and he blows the stuff. Last touch by the Lakers. And then in the first round of the playoffs, San Antonio defeated Minnesota 3-1. In the second round, they beat Dallas in 5. As you take another look at Tim Duncan missing on the gimme stuff. Open shot for Rose.
Now, they'll live with that. They'll live with him shooting jumpers. Shaq is going to stay back in the paint, so if they're going to take one pass and a shot, they'll make Malik Rose a jump shooter.
Lakers by 10. Fisher and Shaw now in the backcourt. Ori is way off on that three-point attempt. Lakers now have Kobe playing a small forward position. Anderson guarded by Shaw. Uses the pick from Duncan. Pick and roll. Duncan with the extra and Rose on the reverse.
That's what they want Derek Anderson to give. Maybe not scoring, but the quickness, the ability to create a shot. You know, Marv, you were talking about them having the best record, and without a healthy Derek Anderson, they are not the same team. Greg Popovich will not publicly talk about it because he doesn't make excuses.
O'Neal working his body on Malik Rose, who took a couple of shots off that spin move. Deflected out of bounds by the Spurs. What a tough assignment. Malik Rose listed at 6'7", 250 pounds, buying some time here for David Robinson. Kobe Bryant, way off the field. Shaq thought he was fouled. Kobe will say that's an assist.
And Malik Rose will say he's way too big for me to do this.
Lakers by 10. Lakers continue the matchup. They go with Ori on Duncan. Who's Shaq playing? Now Now Shaq moves out on Rose. And Duncan able to handle that offensive rebound.
Well, again, Malik Rose is going to shoot those jumpers, and Shaq is going to stay back in the paint, and you're going to say, who's he guarding? Well, he's not going to guard anybody.
Duncan. Anderson.
Well, you can just see him out of sync. But, you know, in fairness, Marv, you miss 3 weeks and you can't do anything, and then come back in this kind of scene and this kind of pressure. I can only imagine what he's feeling.
Once again, the lob is thrown, and a foul is called as Shaq was hit. Foul on Rose.
Well, you know Derek Anderson wants to play well. He gets the offensive rebound. Watch as he starts to jump. It's like he's got no lift in those legs. And what happens when you can't run, you might get on that exercise bike, but that's not the same.
And again, the foul is called on the Spurs. Once again, it's on Rose.
The crowd is booing because they want it on Duncan. Here comes Duncan over. And they give it to Rose. So again, Shaquille now will have to go to the free throw line. And you can see the tail of the tape on that last offensive rebound. Malik Rose had his body up against him, but that is not going to affect Shaquille O'Neal.
We were standing around watching the Lakers warm up. Earlier, you had mentioned the physique of Shaquille O'Neal, who was not in the best of shape over the first half of the season and has come a very long way, starting right after the All-Star break.
Well, you know, Shaq gets very sensitive about that, but when you look at his body now, you see the muscles that he's in shape. You know, early in the season, he was big. Now he is in tremendous shape, and you can see it. He's better defensively. He's better on the offensive boards. It's affected every phase of his game, and the Lakers now are feeling all the benefits of that.
Shaq now 2 of 5 at the line, make it 2 out of 6. So let's check in with Jim Gray.
All right, Marv, Shaq told me today he's weighing in at over 330 pounds. He says he's going to work out the hardest he ever has this summer, and he's going to report to camp at 295. Marv?
295, very ambitious. Tim Duncan, that's his first field goal. He missed his previous 5, and the Lakers now lead 37-28. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. O'Neal with the rebound. Duncan surprised by that pass and drew the foul. Ori is called for the block. And now a timeout is being called.
Well, the Spurs are going to enjoy this as Duncan is working himself in the game. It's just a matter of time. This guy's a great player.
Last season bothered him at the start of this year. You see the shot chart. Tim missing his first 5 and hit his last shot.
Well, when he spoke with you and I yesterday, he was talking about the Laker defense. He said the one thing they are trying to do is he loves that bank shot. Anytime he gets there, they're trying to force him off that spot, put it on the floor, take away that little angle bank shot that he shoots so well.
And we saw that right in game 1. Was not able to get the proper angle. I asked him when did he develop the bank. We've talked about this on a number of occasions. Such a high percentage shot. And I know you agreed. I don't know if players use the glass. He said he really didn't shoot the bank until he was at Wake Forest.
Well, it's such a great shot because what it does, you pick a spot up on that glass and it softens your shot up. So, you know, you get that nice angle and you play it off the glass. I just think it's such a high percentage shot.
Lakers now lead 37-29, just under 8.5 remaining in the first half. Marv Albert with Doug Collins and Jim Gray. Game 3 of this best-of-7 Western Conference Final. Shaq, after the good start, has had some difficulties, although he's being played for the most part by Malik Rose in this second quarter. David Robinson is now back. Tim Duncan continues to have his problems. 1 for 7 from the field.
The extension of Robert Horry is bothering him on his shot right now. They're not double teaming him, and Duncan is very upset that he's not converting.
A little daylight here for the San Antonio Spurs off the sloppy play by the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's the three-point attempt. And Anderson not able to find the range. Bryant bottled up and fouled. Avery Johnson getting a piece on Kobe Bryant.
You know, Marv, it's amazing when you're going well, how everything is good, and, you know, the criticism goes away. But that play right there was 1-on-4 that Kobe took that shot. Now, had he taken that in the losing streak, everybody would have criticized about how selfish he is. Well, now that things are going well, they're winning. I mean, that's a great play. I mean, he was 1-on-4 on that break. But it's funny when you start winning, how you start viewing things a little differently. And he took a lot of criticism early in the year for making that kind of play.
I thought when he first came back from his injury, he was looking for his teammates a bit more. Yes. He saw the assist totals elevate. And as you say, he's not doing that much different than he did during the regular season, but other teammates are playing better since the All-Star break. Rick Fox and Horace Grant have picked up their game, and Shaq has played better.
I agree with that. I think Kobe's healthier now, both, you know, after he mentally was beaten down a little bit, physically his ankles are right now. Shaq is playing much better. And the role players now, both Shaq and Kobe really trust him, and they trust the two stars. That's why they're playing so well right now.
Plus, the addition of Derek Fisher has really helped this club. Foul is called. David Robinson off the drive was hit by Shaquille O'Neal. Well, the Lakers have won 17 straight, and the supporting cast has had a lot to do with this win streak.
What you think about Fisher, the way he shot the ball in the leadership? How about Rick Fox in the second series against Stojakovic from Sacramento? Just glued himself to him, took him out of the series. Horace Grant had to go against Rasheed Wallace, Weber, and now Duncan. Those guys have all answered the call on what they need to do for this team to be successful.
Shot clock is down to 1. Johnson. Tim Duncan. So Duncan able to reach for that rebound and convert. He now has 6 points, and that Laker lead is now 39-31. Here's Derek Fisher. David Robinson with the block. Kept alive by Horry. Robinson knocked it away. Bryant short for 3.
How about that assist by Robert Horry? Sitting on the seat of his pants. He finds Shaw at the top of the circle. Now they've gotten very little scoring out of their bench, the Lakers. They've done a nice job of what they're expected to do, but that's a big 3.
Robinson, no hesitation with the jumper. We're seeing a different David Robinson here in the first half tonight.
He has to continue to do that because Shaq eventually was going to have to come out and get a hand in his face. That will help Duncan.
13 points for Robinson. Bryant off the crossover. Bryant with the rebound. Challenging Duncan. Duncan on the rejection. And a foul. Charge to Horry, who comes hobbling away. Antonio Daniels all right. He hit the deck.
This is what you expect from the San Antonio Spurs. The interior defense. Kobe goes inside. Shot contested by Robinson. Maybe got a piece of it. The second effort looked like Kobe walked. And then the follow through on the shot. Duncan gets a piece of it. The rebound. Now they're off and running. That's what you expected to see more of San Antonio that we've not seen in this series.
4th team foul committed by the Lakers. Johnson using the pick. The running hook by Avery Johnson. And it's back to a 7-point lead for the Lakers.
Now Phil Jackson is up off the bench. Normally he does not get up much, but he's not happy right now. Feels the Lakers should be a double-digit win or leading right now with the way they've played.
Lakers have led by as many as 13. Shaw again.
Timely shooting. Remember last year in Portland, games 6 and 7. He was the guy that shot him back in the series tonight. 2 big threes.
The Lakers playing Avery Johnson, reaching in right here, squeezing his way through, was called for the foul by the official Danny Crawford and then discussed it with Crawford.
Hear you, whatever. Okay, now let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the game.
I missed 4 things on that play, right, according to Derek Fisher. So Avery Johnson at the line because that foul put the Lakers over the limit. 5:35 remaining in this first half. Lakers up by 10. They've led by as many as 13.
Well, Steve Kerr has checked into the game. San Antonio looking desperately for somebody to get loose at that 3-point line. They're only 1 of 5. The Lakers 5 of 8. So Lakers plus 12 at that 3-point line. Not expected.
And Tyronn Lue has come on to provide a rest for Kobe Bryant. Shaq has been off. after the hot start. Daniels with Shaw back, going right at him. Good play by Shaw to close that baseline. Rick Fox defending on Steve Kerr and will not give him any looks. Robinson, David Robinson, with a big bounce back in the first half. Now 6 of 8, he has 15 points. The Laker lead is back down to 7. Here's Shaq with a drop step and foul.
You see the frustration of Shaquille O'Neal that time, just jumped right into the chest of David Robinson. But I like what David's doing here tonight, Barb. You talked about it. No hesitation. You catch the ball. You don't need to drive. Look at the room that you have. Shaq is playing off of you. Go up and shoot the basketball. You're 6 of 8. Keep shooting the basketball. Make him come out and respect you because he's going to go at you on the other end.
Shaq is 2 for his last 7 from the field. Talking a moment ago about the 17 straight wins by the Los Angeles Lakers as you take a look at the drop step move and the foul committed by David Robinson. Doug, the Lakers are closing in on 2 calendar months without a loss. We're talking 53 days since that last defeat at the hands of the New York Knicks here in Los Angeles on the 1st of April.
When we did that game, remember, Kobe only played about 11 minutes. They lose 79-78, go on the road and win 4 straight. And from that point on, they have been rolling. And Kobe was out during that stretch.
Bryant Shaw on the foul. So they go 8-0 at the end of the regular season. Then they sweep Portland, sweep Sacramento, and they have won 2 out of 2 here against San Antonio. The NBA record, incidentally, 33 consecutive wins by the 1972 Los Angeles Lakers. And best playoff runs. Well, Philadelphia 1983, 12-1. San Antonio and Chicago and Detroit all went 15-2, and the Lakers 9-0 to this point.
Phil was begging all season long for his team to put something together. Had not had more than a 5-game win streak. Well, now you know what? He's got his wish. They are playing the way he's wanted them to play all season long.
San Antonio, though, cutting into that lead. It's down to 5. Brian Shaw ripping it to Rick Fox. Good look from Shaw.
Well, he's giving them a nice lift off the bench. A couple threes. That was a gorgeous pass. It's what you want your bench to do. Come in and give you some valuable minutes.
Chant of defense from this crowd here at Staples. Steve Kerr. Duncan tried to back tap, but Brian Shaw is on it. Shaquille O'Neal. 20 points for Shaq. And it leads to a San Antonio timeout.
The Lakers are getting easy baskets. Inside, a great entry pass again away from the defense. David gets caught down on the baseline. The power of Shaquille O'Neal, that's back-to-back layups. Greg Popovich is not happy about it. He says, give me a timeout. We're trying to get back into this game. We can't do it giving up layups. Kobe said, we want more of it. We're up 9.
Terry Porter is finally able to hit a 3, and that's been it for San Antonio. 1 for 6.
Mark, the Lakers were 27% from 3 in the first 2 series. Where'd this shooting come from?
Aaron Fisher, one of the major reasons that they have turned it from downtown. There's Tim Duncan setting up on Horace Grant. Oh, behind the back setup. Beautifully done. Antonio Daniels for David Robinson. Horace Grant played only the first 2 minutes, picked up 2 fouls, sat down, and now makes his return.
I don't think Horace felt well yesterday. We talked to him. It sounded like he was fighting a cold.
Fox. Yes, Horace a bit under the weather. Grant battling for position with Duncan. Robinson. And Shaq got a piece of it. Kobe Bryant able to get an extended rest with Teron Lue. Coming on, Kobe is back on the floor and then away from the ball. Shaq picks up his 3rd.
David Robinson trying to beat him to the spot. Here comes Shaquille O'Neal. And both these 2 guys just sort of start arm wrestling and running none rules that Shaq dislodges in the post. That's a big foul now. Shaq sits down with 3. Spurs within 7. What can they do in this 3 minutes, Marv? This is a huge 3 minutes for the Spurs now to make a push before halftime.
Robinson being played by Grant. And the outside official, Ronnie Nunn, with the call on the Lakers. It's on Fox. So the Lakers over the foul limit. And Antonio Daniels will shoot two. Shaq sending it out after picking up his third. Reminder, tomorrow at 5 Eastern, right here on NBC, the scene will shift to Milwaukee, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Bucks and the Sixers. Allen Iverson's status questionable. We'll know more after we hear from his coach, Larry Brown, coming up at halftime. And then on Sunday, Game 4 of this series between the Lakers and the Spurs. And remember, Memorial Day Monday, the Sixers and the Bucks. Again, Game 4 in the East. So you can enjoy the NBA playoffs all Memorial Day weekend long right here on NBC. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Kobe behind the back. Fox then quickly by Ferry. Shot clock at 5. Lou sets it up. Grant is rejected with 3 on the shot clock.
The interior defense now, when you look at the Laker team, really nobody to post up other than Kobe Bryant. So the Spurs can be very aggressive. They don't want to give up any layups, force jump shots. Maybe get out and get a little run going.
On the offensive glass. And the officials conferring. Last touch by the Spurs, said Jack Neese, who had the angle from the far side.
See, the Spurs are in a great position here right now. Down only 5. Kobe and Shaq have dominated, and they are right in this game.
Robert Horry's done a terrific job off the board. 6 rebounds, 4 on the offensive glass. Here's Kobe giving it up. 3-second violation.
Well, the one thing that the Lakers can't do right now is stand around and watch Kobe play. I mean, he's got to create, but they can't get up on top of each other where there's no spacing. And on that play, you had 3 guys standing right next to each other, Mark. No passing lanes.
Avery Johnson has done a good job. So cut into that Laker lead. 1-13. Here's Avery. Rebound by Grant. Teron Lue pushing down. Here's Fox. The
Spurs have been like 1 shot away, I think, in 2 games of making runs to get in games. Avery Johnson misses that layup. Instead of a 3-point game, it's now 7.
1:45 remaining in the half. Avery Johnson dribbling right into traffic. Avery able to get it back. Kobe ending up over the body of Avery Johnson. Fox is on. Bryant back to Fox. Terrific end-to-end action by the Lakers. And the Spurs will talk it over.
When you're struggling to score, energy plays, hustle plays. Teron Lue pushes the ball ahead. Rick Fox goes to the basket, doesn't get it, but here comes Robert Horry with the offensive rebound. The next play, that's Kobe. The next play, the fast break. And once the Lakers tonight, 12 offensive rebounds, are hitting their 3-point shots. And with Shaq sitting down, they're +2. So the Spurs have had a chance to get into the lead. The Lakers have increased it by 2.
And that was assist number 6 for Kobe Bryant just a moment ago. Duncan lost it. Good play by Horry. And it will be Laker ball. So Kobe Bryant with 15.6 assists. Shaquille O'Neal 20 points and 7 rebounds. David Robinson leading San Antonio with 17. Here's Horace Grant. Just under 1 minute remaining in this first half. Ferry not able to hit. Horry with yet another rebound.
You know, as an outside shooter, when you don't get a lot of shots, sometimes you hurry them, and it looks like the Spurs shooters are hurrying shots now.
Bryant. Avery Johnson. Here's Danny Ferry.
That's not his game. Shooting off the dribble. That's 2 quick shots by Danny Ferry. Now what it's going to do, the Lakers are going to come back. They'll use clock. And if they score, psychologically, they go in with a double-digit lead. That was not a good possession.
And now Derek Fisher checks back in, replacing Horace Grant. And here's Steve Kerr checking in. Greg Popovich looking at the other end, a San Antonio possession and a long-range possibility for Kerr.
And also, too, he does not want Duncan to pick up another foul. He wants to save him. That extra foul would be important going into the second half.
But a half-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Ron Lue getting a good run here in the second quarter and has done a nice job. Down to 8 seconds. So Kobe checked the clock, rejected emphatically, but a foul. Nice move by his somersault by
We're seeing it all.
Acrobatic Kobe Bryant.
Kobe flashes in from that weak side. Antonio Daniels gets the foul down low. Robinson got the Nas block, and then the little degree of difficulty, a little flip by Kobe. So we're seeing it all from him here in this series in the first 2.5 games.
That rejection by Robinson, his 4th of the night. Kobe telling us that he spent the summer making 2,000 jumpers a day from 15 feet and beyond. Can you visualize shooting 2,000 jump shots?
That's a lot of shots, 2,000 jump shots. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past Kobe because the guy loves basketball. I don't know that he has any hobbies. I think he probably...
Stamp collecting them.
No, it's stamp okay. But I just, you know, I could see him being in the gym, and that's one of the things he came back and really was probably the only guy ready to start the season after winning the championship.
Final seconds of this first half. Avery Johnson for Danny Ferry, and it was blocked by Kobe Bryant. So the Lakers are able to walk off with that double-digit lead here at halftime. Try to make it 3 out of 3 against the Spurs. San Antonio desperately trying to get...